Hello, welcome. I can see the little spider again, just a little spider. Just there. No, it's actually there. Not in here, just on the other side, you know, the glass on the other, you know, there. Yes. Right, hello people. People. Yes. Hello, Kagafango. Hi, be there in a moment. Sure. Is it doing the database thing again? No. Hey, Chris, by the way. Oh, hello, Chris, by the way. Okay, so that's already set up. So we can launch in straight away because it's Trainz. Tiers 19. There we go. That's the one I wanted. The one that starts the game. Ah, nice. Spider! Here we are. I think last time we built some sort of yard. I think, maybe? I think it was a yard of some description. Stream title, MVR, tada! Yes. Ah, right, I remember. These lovely locomotives. I don't need them at the moment. This one I don't need. And I also do not need this one at this time, although Atlantics are very nice, I think. But not now. Not now. Actually, no, not now. Right, so, if this is the length of the code yard that I want, then I think that's good. I think that should be good. So, is there anything we're missing? Put this down, that's fine. We've got also the stuff over here. These tracks are all connected properly. That's all connected up. Don't need these anymore at this point. The shed is making noise. Interesting. Anyway, right, so that's all good. So what are we still missing? That's my question. That's been connected for the locos. Hehe, shed noise, yes. So we've got the roundhouse, we've got the fiddle yard or maple leafing yard, whatever you want to call it. We've got a track for a bank. Oh right, the curve, the coive. Actually, in that case, I want to keep this train here because I want to test the coive. Because as it turns out, this is actually much too steep. So I'll need to change this around a bit. Unfortunately. Yes, very much unfortunately. Right, so if we started, for example, here. Is that sort of grade? Okay. I think that seems okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay, so now I'll move this closer. Like that. Make that go a little bit down to hopefully have the same-ish grade. I know I can use the grade tool for this, but I prefer using the height adjustment tools in this case because I know what height I needed to get to, and I just want the grade to kind of fit that. So yeah. Okay, now if I move this a bit over like that, that should be a bit of a better grade, I think. Maybe like this, right? Because it was like that, and now it's like this. And over on that side, I think that side's fine. So before I adjust the positions of the supports, oh, and by the way, yes, I realized this one is floating a bit. I need to test it. I need to test it, see if it works. See if it works. Yes. Willis 1961. Well, who? Oh, I know what we're missing. Ah, there we are. Well, before that even, ground textures. Yes, ground textures. Oh, I forgot to... Okay, sure. I need to actually move it back a bit. Trainz, do you think you'll place a Willis Jeep somewhere in the yard perimeters? That would be a nice nod. Is there such a Jeep for Trainz that's on the DLS? Actually, 1 second. Oh, I can't switch that. Hold on. That's a bit unfortunate. If only I could change the... if only I could change the radius of the junctions without it crashing. Because I can't change the radius of the junctions without it crashing. Maybe in Service Pack 3 I'll be able to do that. But at this point I do not know if that is the case. I'll have a look. What now? No, I've got the stream on now. So strange to think that this is the field of view that I used to play Trainz in before I figured out, before I found out that you can actually zoom out. And it seems so incredibly zoomed in to me at the moment. This seems much better, and this of course is just extraordinarily zoomed in. Right, so we'll turn left. Yes, pun intended. Well, reference intended to turn right there. We will turn. Where? Oh, well, right there. Yes. There are two, but both are military ones. How obviously military are they? Look, you can hear the firemen shoveling. But there is no model. And you can see this is open. So the automatic fireman is working. The model's just broken to the extent that it doesn't even display it anymore. Oh, I thought I was turning off. Apparently I... This is already a great start, isn't it? Hold on. I'll be with you in a moment. No. I hope I haven't... Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Did I not change this junction? Oh, I must have changed that one by accident. Ah, yeah, that must have been what happened. Yeah, that was what happened. Now let's go. Let's have a look at the coaches, if they fit through the curves now. Sure is. One of them's faded olive with a white star on the hood, And the other's a camo paint job. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, this curve is too tight for this locomotive. Much too tight. Yeah, this loco would not manage to go over those. But those junctions are only meant for switchers and that sort of stuff to go over. So that when you have to make a move, you don't have to go all the way to the end of the yard. That's such a nice little image down there. You can't really see it at the moment because my camera's in the way. But look, blue light, orange light. Maybe place that Land Rover tow truck you've placed at a Magpie in the other route. Oh, you mean the other route that's about to be released as payware, and now I actually mean it. That one, yes. Ooh, 4% just now. Interesting. Do you think you'll place that instead? I'm not sure, maybe. Okay, now let's have a look at the wheels. Ooh, that wouldn't work. That's very, very tight there. Yeah, that wouldn't work. I think I'm going to need to have another way of getting over on the other track. Are these still clipping through? I don't know, actually. Is that clipping? I think it's just... No, it is just about clipping. You can see if we look at the... Yeah, there we go. It's just ever so slightly too... These are just ever so slightly too long for this bend, unfortunately, still. So I think what I will end up having to do, probably, is... Well, is have a connection from here over onto this track, so that the flyover is used by freight stuff that maybe doesn't have such a long chassis. Or I could try lessening this angle a bit more as well. Move this back a bit. I'll try that first. Bridge. Oh, you mean because of the girder bridge, the old one? Or do you mean because of the flanges? But the 44-tonner would get over no problem, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's try moving this back a bit then. Right. Let's try there. Let's try that. And then maybe moving this away a bit away as well. Perhaps. Right, so that was like that. And now that's not much better. It's just getting a bit too long now, I feel. Would that actually make it any better? No, that's still clearly not on the tracks. Well, here it is, but it wasn't before. Let's see, is this clipping through still? I don't think it is. I mean, I could be wrong. It's not, it's definitely not there. That's all, oops, that's all good. Okay, no, there it's clipping through still. Hold on, come on, come on. There we go, yes, you can see it there, clipping through. Oh, and there as well? No, it's just there. It's just too steep still, that little bit there. Maybe it doesn't have to come in parallel. Maybe I can move this about a little bit. Oh, not like that. Definitely not like that. Maybe... Oh, but I see why that's doing that. Yeah. Maybe if this is... Is that coming out too far? Yeah, that is coming out too far. Okay, well then let's see if we unstraighten that, but straighten... No, not like... Hold on! I'll be with you shortly. Perhaps like that and then move this over? And then move that over? That would be a bit of a better turn. Got a British one. And the Fairbanks Morse? Good idea, yes. I probably would fit as well. Flatten the curve with the price of a longer bridge. Yeah, that is the thing. Shard eyes. Good evening, sir. Shard eyes and chat. Hello, Elsinore. How are you? Evening, Sir Elsinore. How art thou and your humble steed? Thou and your in the same sentence. That is interesting. Yeah, I'm just trying to flatten this curve out a bit so that the locomotives will fit over it without causing issues. Actually, I suppose I'd need to test whether double stacks can still fit through there as well. Oh, it's raining outside! That's nice. It's been a while since it's rained. Okay, that just about fits, I'd say. Yeah, it's a little bit, but I think that's probably fine. And that doesn't... Oh, does that clip? No, that does not clip. Try now if it clips. Just press this button on Twitch, and you can see for yourself if it clips or not. I think that would work. It looks better anyway. Right. Now let's see down here. Yeah, that should work. That should work. Raining? Hey! Shardais, Kangafango, I'm well, thank you for asking. How are you doing? It's raining here as well. Yes, doing good. Bit tired, because I, again, had the tabletop roleplay session, the long one, as I do on Saturdays. But it was actually a really good one. They actually made some progress, because they managed to get back to the future, pun intended. Okay, where did I have these markers in here? Oh, there's one. Of course there's one here. Ooh, that seems fun. That seems fun. Now there should be another... Yes, there we go. I was about to say there should be another one here somewhere. That height seems good. How's all of this doing? That's a little bit too far over. Do I have a... I don't think I have a spline point in here anywhere. No, I don't. So let's instead put one in here. Will that mess up everything? Maybe. We'll see. Well, maybe if I straighten this bit. There we go, I think that's better. Comes in. And comes. Oh, that needs fixing, I think. Yeah, that bit needs fixing. That's too tall, too high up. Is there another track point anywhere in here? I don't know. No, there isn't. Ah, but that was there because that wasn't. I see. Okay, we'll need to fix. There's a, I think, spline. Yeah, this one. This one just needs to go down a little tiny bit. Oh, that's the wrong tool. Height I need. Just this one needs to go down a little bit, like that. Now I think that this should have fixed it. Shall we test it? I think we should. Just double checking the... No, that all seems good. Okay. Here we are. Ah, that's nice. I'm good too, thanks. Recently started a new Unity game project, but I'm taking it slowly this time, step by step, not getting ahead of myself with scope creep like I did with my last project. Funny that I read that as not taking it slowly this time at first. What is it about? Does it feature automotive vehicles? Shall we test it? I think we should. Not I think we shall. No. You want a bit of variety in your words, don't you? Don't you? Okay, let's test it. Not just yet, but the idea does. Snickers. Oh, have you got a branding deal with them? No! Never! No, never! No, never! Yeah. Falls down. Never! Yes. Did you ever notice that the wheels on this look surprisingly similar to the bullied Light Pacifics? Well, bullied locomotives in general. If I pause it, you can see it a bit better. Well, like there, just the way they're designed. Okay, here we go. Ooh, that little bit isn't good. That first little bump there. However, this... Yeah, it still doesn't fit perfectly. But then again, this is quite a large frame to fit on there. Because I'm not sure that the rear bogie actually turns on this one. That's actually pivoted. It might just be one solid frame. No, it does turn, I think. Hold on, let's switch that junction and test it. It should turn, but I'm not sure that it... Maybe, let's see. Nope, it does turn. It does turn. That's good. Yeah, just a really long frame. Anyway, this train probably would never go down here in real life. Right. Only I actually mean it. Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. I never did. For reference, y'all. Yell. For reference, yell. There we go. Vote, solid frame. Neat. I mean, I don't know that he designed these types of wheels. It might be an American invention. I don't know. Weird. This is an Oren loco, but I don't remember it coming with any Trainz version. Really? I thought it did come with Trainz a long time ago. Like Trainz 2006 or something like that. Okay, so I need to fix this first little bump there. Because as you can see, this isn't exactly straight. I think that this is better. Does that look better? Still a little bit of a bump in there. But I think that should probably be fine. 24 episodes later. It is not fine! Right, so now I've got to replace some of these supports. Oh, that's not centered even in the least. No. Oh, yes, depending on how you want to say that. I think that is better, yes. Okay, this one is almost-ish. Still good. And that's really what you want, an almost-ish still good bridge support. And now, of course, this is, yeah, I suppose that's still on there, that's good. And now we'll need to change this about a bit. This about a bit. There's about it a bit. There's about it a bit. Dun 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 dun. Okay, redo, that's the wrong menu. Advanced, there we go. Redo that. And then I need to bring this in a bit closer. I can fix this a bit. So like this, and then make this a bit flatter as well, sort of up to there. Okay. Okay-ish, I mean. Come on, like this. Here we are. I think I'll need one more support. Yep. Sort of there, probably. I mean, it would probably suffice just without another support. Oh, not that. Just keep going to the wrong menus. Here we are. Okay, and I want to use the height I've used over here. Yes, that works. And I think that distance is almost okay. I'll move it a tiny bit back. There we are. Maybe lengthen it a bit as well, so it's not as stretched. Okay. Good. So I'm hoping double stacks still fit through here. Load bottom. Load top. Does that still fit is my question. The answer is no. It does not. Quite a straightforward answer, really. Let's see if we can raise this up a tiny. Well, actually, no. You know what? No. I'll do it the other way. I'll lower the other track a bit. That seems to make a bit more sense. So like that. Okay, and now I will need to adjust this a bit so that it actually fits and it's not floating. There we go. And yeah, that should fit without issue now, I think. Oops. Thought I pressed a button there. Apparently I have not. Yes, that's got clearance there. How about on the other side? There should be no difference. Okay, that works as well. There we go. I think that's the flyover fixed to now work with slightly longer locomotives and such. Yeah. Although this bit still isn't fixed completely because well, it's still hanging over a bit too much in some places. Like here. So, like this maybe? Let's see. Let's try it. Let's just leave it like that. It's okay, there's a little bit more gravel over the sleepers at some places, like here, for example. Votes or frame. Neat. Weird. This is alright, or I thought maybe, but I don't remember. 24 years later. Do you remember? Like a few months ago when I said that turn on the bridge was in the yard, it should be fine. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Streams. 24 years streams later. Oh, pardon me, sir, shouted Eyes. Is this the Milton Valley choo-choo? Oh, is this the Milton Valley choo-choo? Yeah, Shouted Eyes, would it be good if it always displayed the currently selected layer at the top right corner? I would say yes. Vote, they will. Shouted Eyes, do you even need to load the bottom one? I don't know. No, it won't. The votes failed. Dip it UK. Hey, it fits. But the question is, will the flyover work with a PRR S1? Ha! I doubt it. I sincerely doubt it. Which means, actually, that is a good point. There should probably be a sort of maintenance junction here that's not really used that much, but just in case there's a problem with a bridge or with a flyover, or there needs to be some maintenance done, that you can still get onto the other line of the main line, or onto the other side of the main line without having to go all the way through here. And then, oh well, I guess if you did it here, I guess that might still work. No, I'll leave it like it is for now. I'll leave it like it is for now. 2 votes failed in case the bridge is collapsed. No, I mean in case there needs to be some maintenance out. Right, or something else similar to that, I would say. Let's give this a bit more space there as well, just because I think it might need it. There we go. There we are. Here we go. That'd be a great drainage ditch there. Gotcha. Okay, so is this everything we need here? I guess we could use just a few unloading tracks just for supplies, parts, stuff like that, maybe, unless I'm missing something. And since we've got all of this empty space in this bit, I might as well put it in there. So actually I'll take the rusty track, please. That will be 1 rusty track, please. Right, I'll just take it from this bit. And actually, should I take it over here? Probably should. Right, so take this over like that. Just to have enough space for it. And then I need another multiple industries object. Multiple industries new, there we go. And just have this sort of there. And then extend this over a bit. That's not rotated entirely the right way, but I suppose it doesn't have to be. There we are. Just a little something to fill that in. I'll just have a little platform there. Maybe another one of those little loading warehouses that I've got over on this bit. Because I like this asset and it fits quite well with the size. There we are. Also, should this have a runaround track? Because we don't usually have them in this yard. I think it might be nice to have one here. Because if you imagine, okay, a freight train is going to come in this way. It's going to take one of these tracks. Usually you'd have an arrival/departure track. Maybe this can be these two up here, perhaps, I don't know. It drops off its train somewhere. Then the locomotive either it goes forwards. Well, I suppose it might reverse in. It might just go forwards like that. Then reverse in. Drop off the stuff. Or just decouple the boxcars, whatever. And then take the locomotive over to be serviced. So the locomotive might go forwards like that and then reverse back into the servicing track. So I guess we don't really need a runaround track here. Unless... Well, actually, no, we wouldn't really. So I guess no, we won't have it. Haha! I have convinced myself of the opposite of what I actually wanted to do. So that's actually a good thing, because it means that you're willing to question your own convictions, which is always useful in attaining the best solution for a given problem. Drainage ditch, I see, brilliant. 1 rusty track coming up. Coming right up. Yes, do the roundabout track. Roundabout, round around. No, I won't. I won't. I won't. Because also, for one thing, we've just proven that it's not really needed. Secondly, it would give the players too many options. Basically, having restrictions in a game can make it more fun than if there aren't that many restrictions. Because, for example, if you can't run around, then you have to pre-plan how the train, if there's a train coming in from over here, it's supposed to drop stuff off there, and it's also supposed to drop stuff off over here, or somewhere near here, because I would like to have another freight drop-off thing over here, general goods or something like that. Then you'd have to think, okay, well, we'll have the stuff for the yard at the back, so then when we come over here, we can just go forward, drop the stuff up, drop the boxcars off, put the engine over here, then come out, run around the train here, so go back here, then couple to this side, then push it forward, or pull it forward to here, and then run around this side. That might be a bit better. Go over to this side, then pull it backwards over here, and over the thing, unless a switcher will do that, which it probably will be a switcher, but still you'd want it in that order. These do still seem very tight. Well, we can change it later on anyways, if it does become an issue. Also, I thought there was a... yes, this is one of the switches, of course. I need the other one because I've decided early on in this map that I wanted straight to always be straight, not necessarily if it's just the main line. And there was another switch I think I missed to replace. Was it one over here? Might have been one over here. Oh no, it was over here, this one. I remember. Actually, I want the main line switch here. There we are. Oh, and yeah, of course I haven't replaced those over here either. Unless I have, and I've just forgotten. I might have. Oh, actually, I think I have. Yes, I have. Qua, I see. But wouldn't the lack of run track make it more tedious? Tedially might be good. TDAT. Yeah, I don't think it would make it more tedious. You just need to think about it a bit more. Unless by tedious you mean thought. Who knows? I don't. In this case, at least. Right. So we'll probably... okay. So we will have a road coming from over here that then joins up with a road that's going over to this place, that's going over to these things, and then basically roads connecting all this up as well. We're gonna have a little truck yard there. Yeah? Alright. Do you mean tedious as in thought requiring? So you said that too. Yes, I see. I see. Okay, so I like this. Yes. I know it's not that surprising. Ooh, boxes. Are these all full of cookies? Right. Just having a little look around, because I haven't really. I suppose it would be better like this to have a look around, so you can actually fly up and look at stuff. Huh. Nice textures there for the chains. Okay, so what do we do next? What do you think we should do next? Don't need these trains anymore. No, do we? Let's, okay, 1 second. Because I think I would be more likely to use these coaches, but these ones might be a bit longer. So just in case, I want to see if they... Nope, they do not clip as far as I can tell. No, they don't. And this locomotive would be much better suited to go on this curve. Yeah, you can see the wheels fit. There's such a nice loco. Hold on, I want to put this loco in my pick list. There we go, the Trainz one. There we are. Oh, and I'll also put the coach in there. And I'll also put, even though I've got this one in the not spline, in the consist, I'll put this one in here as well. Okay. Right, so let's get rid of these consists, because they will be consistently in the way. See, even when I'm tired, I can think of puns. Although I have to be careful, else they'll turn into puns. Yeah. I like it twee. What do you mean, I like it twee? I like it twee? Free? I like it free? Twee. Yes, but one's full of coal. Not sure what I was referring to, sorry. And other one's full of wooden... Oh, right, the boxes. Oh, I see, I remember. Full of wooden cookies and school play the town's doing. School is for a school play, I see. Cookies and Juliet. It's a play the kids came up with. They were tasked with parodying the, at the time, first ever soap sitcom, Cookies and Cream, and the book Romeo and Juliet, and came up with the script for themselves. Oh, how impressive. One of the kids, Relly Ermuel, visited the workshop after she made him at home but forgot the box there. Oh, she forgot the box. Oh, it's really raining quite a bit there. Well, the plants will like it because we've had quite a lot of sunshine, very intense sunshine, without much in terms of moisture, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, the plants will enjoy it. I'm just umming and ahhing a bit because I don't want to go to the next step without... Tell you what, I think it's time to texture it, because we can still, of course, add more different stuff later on. I think it's time to texture it. That is one baseboard. Look at it. That's a baseboard. I know it's ridiculous. I know what you mean, alright. Umming and ahhing. The best course of action in live streams. Ooh, ah. There we go. Is it boring yet? I should think so. Okay, so let's paint the ballast underneath. Well, let's save first. Umming, not owing. Alright. Very different. Very, very different. Okay, and now I'll paint this first. We still haven't done the other crossover, or whatever we're going to do on the other end of the yard, because I want the yard to be connected on both ends. So we need to do that as well. However, since most of the traffic is coming from this side that we've already done, and only a little bit is going to go in the other direction, maybe we won't need another flyover. I'm just listening to the water bubbling and gurgling out there, and splashing out there as it's flowing down the drain pipe. Or what I hope is the drain pipe. It could also be just, if the drain is clogged, it could also be just falling off the side, and maybe that wouldn't be too good. The window is quite a bit open, so that's why I can hear it. It would be so nice to have a conservatory. And no, I don't mean a place where the conservatives meet. I mean a place where, well, a greenhouse basically. Only not a greenhouse. I mean attached to, like, basically lots of glass, probably even a matted glass ceiling / roof. Because on that you'd hear the rain oh so well. Just twirling the texture a bit on this so it doesn't look as repetitive. Oh, that's going to be so nice, driving a train down the main line here. Just seeing all the action in the yard coming into the city. Okay, let's do the single track bits next. Ah, nice. Idea. Do an underpass on the other side? Perhaps. We could do. So, fly under. Well, it would then pretty much be the same as over here. Only that it would have more headroom. So either the track would need to go down lower, or the other tracks would need to go up higher. Probably both. And also more space, so I can come underneath diagonally, unless I have the track going over like that and then have it go all the way around a nice big bend, and then coming back up, joining back up. But I think having a simple crossover, so a few crossover tracks would probably suffice for up there. Now, why is this area laggy? Oh, it might. Do these have? Oh, it's no. Oh, it might, no, because like this, it's not laggy. Like that, it's not laggy. It might genuinely be the passenger. I've got a feeling that it is the passengers. That for some reason the passengers are just really laggy sometimes. So, Flander? Oh, is that what's causing the gurgling? Oh no, for you that's the goblins outside. For me it's the water. Ah, XDDD. Conservators meet. Conservatives meet. Meet. Should I? Oh, but wouldn't dipping the tracks in the fly under make the water cause problems? Yeah, exactly. You'd have to have drainage pipes. Well, this track here is already 5 meters elevated, so elevating it more, or then thing is, I'd have to elevate this track, the main line, up to the level of this bridge up here, for me to then be able to have the other thing come down below it. And then doing that is just much more work than just elevating one track to this height. So then it wouldn't really make sense for the other line to go underneath, because it would just be more work, more money. or giving each of the ends of the fly under doors. Oh, so you mean it doesn't, so that the water doesn't come in? That would be interesting. It will also be interesting to see how well... Oh, that was wrong. It didn't finish. Yeah, sometimes when I release the mouse button, it just doesn't finish. Anyway, it's also going to be interesting to see how well... because the Coleman Mountains Railroad, which I made originally for Trainz a New Era, well, yeah, I made originally in Trainz a New Era, but I have since updated it to TRS-19 with speed trees and stuff. That's the route that's going to be uploaded as paid DLC soon on the Trainz store. It's going to be interesting to see how well that sails in comparison to maybe a smaller route, because it is, well, I've categorized as a large route because, well, it is 80 kilometers, so the trek length. And I have actually written to N3V Games previously, and the guy who responded, he was very kind. He said that he was surprised that nobody had asked that before, because I asked them what the classifications were for small, medium, large routes. And he said that there are really no rules, but at least this was quite a bit back, so they may have changed it. But back then he said that small is kind of less than 10 kilometers of track, medium would be 10 to 50, and then large would be 50 plus. So 80 kilometers would fit into large. So it would be interesting to make, say, a small or medium-sized map. A small map for comparison's sake. Well, I guess you'd really need both, but a small map in this case, just to see what the difference in sales performance would be. Of course, there are other contributing factors, such as, of course, region, era, time of release, competing routes, so other DLC that gets released, or if there's a similar route already on the download station for free, that of similar quality. Stuff like that, of course, plays a large part of it as well, I would assume. But it would be interesting. Because the thing is, I haven't really been paying that much attention to Trainz DLC in general. Simply because I'm a Trainz player who finds most of the enjoyment from building my own routes, hence why I'm doing this. So I don't really know what sort of stuff players would mostly enjoy. If it's similar to the way it's in Train Simulator, so Dovetail Games wants, oh, that's not right. Similar to what is in Dovetail Games 1. If that is similar, then I would say that large routes sell better, because then if you convince yourself, if you talk yourself into making a purchase, then it might be easier to do that if you are getting more for that money. If you're buying a small route, it's not that expensive. So it's I don't know, for a small route, they do have a recommended agreed price table. I don't recall the exact numbers, but if you say, for example, for a small route, maybe, I don't know, £5, maybe, I don't know, 7, 5, I don't know, with sessions, then, of course, this is the non on sale price. So we'll get to that in a moment. Then people might find it easier to buy that, even if it is a smaller route, then paying for a large route plus sessions between 30 and 40 US dollars. I guess the other one would have been dollars as well. So yeah, especially, well, I don't know how the thing in Trainz is, the player base for this sort of thing. But if we think about what it's like in Dovetail Games Train Simulator, for which I have bought DLC maps, then I usually, pretty much always, wait for a sale until it's on sale, because even though they have similar route prices, it's just really very, very expensive. But I do know that N3V games also have sales for their DLC. So should I do the same sort of thing? Because then if you think about it, because with Dovetail Games Train Simulator, you really don't buy the DLC at the shelf price. You wait until there's a sale on, because, well, even though it's completely fair for the developers in most cases, getting £40 for a route they've made, because you can see how much time it takes to put into this, and then, of course, yeah, from the developer's point of view, yeah, that's fair. But from a buyer's point of view, you could get a lot of other stuff for that money that would probably be more valuable to you. So, I need to put bumpers on these. Actually, tell you what, I'm going to do that later. So the thing is that of course I'm going to go with the recommended price range. Why is that showing there? That I don't like that. Why is there a gap there? Dig holes would be too big for this. Unless I put that down, I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Put dig holes down here and then put a pavement spline over it. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm going to go with the agreed price table, and then we'll see how well it sells. Also, when. So if people, like within Train Simulator, only buy stuff when it's on sale, which may very well be the case, or if, well, it might be that people don't really buy much stuff there at all, but then that would make sense considering that people are still consistently making more DLC, so there has to be an audience for that, a consumer for that, if that's the right word. So back to my original point. What do you think? Do you think longer routes would sell better, even though they're more expensive than shorter ones? Or do you think that shorter ones would sell better because, well, you could get more of them for the same price? And so you'd have a bit more variation for the same price. Or I guess medium routes as well. Dun, da, 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 dun, da, da, dun, dun, dun. Which are always closed unless a train wants to go through. Or putting a roof over it. Yeah, true. It would be, Charles. Also, it's really nice seeing you paint all this up. Oh, thank you. Isn't there an N3V sale on right now? I think there is, yes. At the time of recording, there might be. But yeah, you're right. About higher prices being good for the developers. But why not make it cheaper and have more people buy it? Then make it expensive and have only very few people buy it. True. But the thing is that that might work better in a, I mean, this is just conjecture. I don't have any experience in this as a developer, so I'm only just starting to put up DLC. But I would think that if you have a larger buyer base, if that's, yeah, a larger customer base, then yeah, if you have this many people who would be potentially interested, then you can afford making it cheaper if that results in this many % more sales, because you're just gonna get so many of them because you've got such a large potential amount of buyers. But if you've got a product that's for a very niche group of people, like for example DLC for a specific game that focuses on a specific interest area, that in and of itself is quite expensive usually, then you might just not be able to afford that. Because if you've only got this many potential buyers, then you can't really afford giving it out too cheap, which, if you want to make any sort of money back at all from what you're doing, and you can tell that just how much time is being put into that. At least that's what I think. I mean, the player base might be bigger than I think, but then again, that is from a root builder's point of view, someone who doesn't really buy stuff. I mean, for Dovetail Games Train Simulator, that has, I think, a much bigger player base who are willing to pay for content. However, they are already trained. I say they, kind of half. We already trained to purchase stuff for more sizable amounts of money, or if not, to purchase stuff for when it's on sale. So just wait until it's on sale and then get it. Which, if I knew how often Trainz, so N3V games had sales, might also be an indicator of how similar the market is to Dovetail Games' game. But I don't know that, so I can't really compare. Not sure. I've not got any more experience with this than you have. Shades. Trained. Nice one. Yeah, that one was accidental. That one was accidental. Shocking as it might be. Usually puns like that aren't accidental with me, but sometimes they are. So just yawn again. Yeah, there's just something about just painting the ground and hearing the computer's fans going because, well, it's TRS-19. No, that sentence was finished. There's something about that. Occasionally hearing the water outside, the rain. Okay, is that all pretty much filled in? I think it is. Well, this track needs to still be painted underneath. This, of course, as well. I think I'm going to go through these one by one, just so that we get a little bit, maybe get a little bit of grass between as well. Because sometimes you do get that in this game if you just paint it like this. Sometimes if you paint it single, then sometimes it won't be equally dense everywhere. So you get a little bit of green shimmering through, like this here, just a little tiny hint of green. Okay. I want to delete these coaches as well. Oh, and now I can see that I need to actually put a little bit more ballast under here. Okay. Right, now the coach yard still, the middle bits of it. Would be so good if that shed with the really obvious sign was nameable. Oh well. True. But you can place a sign over it. I think there are ones big enough to hide that. Okay, so I think that is it all painted, and you can see now it already looks much better in the distance, even with the lodding of the tracks not actually showing the tracks themselves. You can still see the ballast underneath as the tracks render in. That's already much better, I think. Don't you think so too? Now that's a lot of ballast. Warehouse sign, yeah. It's just one of those. Yes, yard looks very tidy. Oh, field view. Yeah, very tidy. It's not done yet. I'll put rubbish around the place. Also, if you zoom in, you can actually see that no, there is actually leaves and sticks on this texture. A little bit of oil in there. So what is the plan for today? Hello, how are you? Hey, heya. Well, I'm not sure that... I think we've got the facilities done now, unless I'm missing something. I made the flyover a bit less, have a little bit less of a steep angle, because, well, the high weather-esque locomotive was having trouble around the curve, and it was clipping through. So I pushed this back a bit, changed the angle on this, pushed that back a bit, just making it... Oh, this needs to be painted still. That's fine. Just quickly do that. I will not paint the spur yet to the diesel stuff. So, done that. So we've got this. I also added this little track with just a little goods unloading platform. Just either for tools or spare parts or other stuff like that. Just a sort of general place where you can unload boxcars if you need to. We've got the coach washing facility. We've got this loading thing, coach repair thing. We've got the locomotive repair shops. We've got the roundhouse, of course. Coaling tower. We've got the main fiddle yard area, or maple leafing yard if you would. We've got the locomotive wash, coaling plant, diesel filling, sand filling, coal unloading, water refilling, ash unloading / loading area. And I think that's, well, we've also got the main line. And I think that's pretty much it then. So I've started painting underneath the ground because I couldn't think of anything else to add. Instead of bumpers, I still need to add bumpers on the tracks on the right. And these ones. Yeah, these ones do need them. I'm not sure. Should I extend these tracks a little bit out? Maybe I should. Because it does look a little bit odd with having the tracks coming out of the shed here, only to go for this little tiny bit. Oh, bit tired. Hey, yes. How are you today? You'll put rubbish around? Yes. In fact, I'll put it up as DLC. Either for tools, for spare parts, maybe both, maybe both. And where's the couch cleaning building? The couch. Coach, yeah, there's I meant coach. What do you mean coach cleaning building? We've got the coach cleaning washing thing here. Extend them a bit, I've heard. Some various workshop buildings. Oh yeah, of course. I'll have lots of warehouses around the edge and buildings like that and workshops as well. But I'm just talking about stuff that has rail connections. Try to actually put it up as DLC. Where the coach insides get cleaned. Oh well, that's probably in this bit. That's probably in here. Or just on the sidings, I guess. Right, so I will extend them a little bit. To about there, maybe. Maybe we don't need to extend them all. Maybe it would be nice if we had a little thing like that. Although I suppose that wouldn't really do much help, be much help. Although it would be a chance to have a run around here. I think it will actually add that, yes. Just because it might be useful to have a run around here. If you're shunting around locomotives. Maybe even have this one coming over. Although I'm not sure how much use this would be. Considering how small it is. No, I don't like that idea. I think one is suffice. And let's extend these a little bit. No, not like that. Let's extend this a little bit. Sure. Let's do up to there. If I wanted these to be perfectly straight, then I could just add one spline and then put a spline point in the middle and then change that around that way. Then replace the one part of the spline. Well, I guess I'd need 2 spline points for that then, so that I still have another reference point without making it wonky then. Okay. A bit too far forward, I think, like that. That's better. Yes, they're not totally in line, but that's okay. Right. I need to paint that. Maybe with a little bit of a bigger brush. I wonder how many of these tracks will actually be used in sessions. Like, not just for yard clutter, but I mean actually used, actually be part of the gameplay. I kind of like the idea of having a little bit more green in there. Just a little bit. Like that? Yes, I like that a bit better. It'll look better with splines on it and stuff. Or is that just done if they're standing on some yard track? Ah, gotcha. Maybe curve the track extension? No. Yeah, if you're in a speeder. Should I? What do you mean? Yeah, if you're in a speeder. Do you mean as the runaround? Should I is sufficient? You meant perhaps. Should I is, if I may? What's the name of the transfer table you are using there? Oh, of course. The name of the transfer table I'm using there is AS Depot Transfer Table 3. So there, you can see it there on screen. Really off topic, but do you know what these hands are holding? It looks like maybe chalk? Salt, perhaps? Looks more like chalk to me. Hint, it also exists as crystals. Oh. Well, in that case. Dilithium. No. I don't know. What's white? Like, was that its crystal form or not? Also, I need to think about how I want the layout here to be, the road layout, because this is going to be a bit tricky because because I wanted it to get a bit more denser over here, and like with more curvy roads and that sort of stuff. And then I also wanted to have the roads as like painted on, not splines, just but painted on. Not sure what the transition would be like for that. AS Depot Transfer Table 3. Thank you, sir. Shredder's picture showed is powdered form. Spoilers, it was gypsum. Oh, gypsum! Really? That white? I thought it was a bit... Oh, right, yeah, I guess it is a bit grey, yeah. I thought it would... This... It looks more crushed up because the... Yeah, I guess you're right. Interesting. I know that gypsum comes from crystals. I just never pictured it like that. I know that that's probably not the original form of it. Yes. Right, so maybe, just maybe, I should work on the scenery on this area first, and then figure out the transition to this later. Or we could work on industries. But the industries are probably going to be more over on this side of the tracks. Because, well, I want the more industrial side over here, so that you've got to ship stuff over onto the other side and then stuff like that. Where would I have that though? Because it's coming out. I guess I could have a junction going off that way to the left to more industries, so that you'd come out of the yard, over the flyover, come down here, and then take your train into one of these two runaround tracks, go around the other side, and then go off to whichever industry you want to go to. Or I might have another access point on the other side of the yard. Well, probably will. Right. So, let's see. I want this area to look a little bit more run down, to be honest. I'm kind of thinking about what I want to do first. Actually, I think this area might actually be quite a good example. Although, no, I guess probably the boundary road. The road that buildings will be attached to on one side. And if I do want this to be painted on... Actually, did I just save? I think I just saved. Not sure. Then, just as a little example, the road would kind of look like that, and then be carried along like this, and just, if we just have this as a base, of course I can then mix in other textures, so kind of like that maybe in the one spot and a bit like this, and that way, well, that's not a good example because that texture doesn't really fit that well. 1 second. There we go. These ones down here, yes. So we can have textures like this, kind of mixed in a bit. No, not like that. No, still not like that. So a bit like this, just kind of dabs of cracked textures and stuff like that, just mixed in with this. And then that can look a lot more realistic if you want it to be kind of worn out a little bit, That's a bit too much cracks. Sort of more like that. And then you can, of course, put the road markings down yourself as well, which makes it actually easier to make different kinds of intersections, because you're no longer limited to the 90 degrees ones like here. You can just make them freely and then put invisible roads on. Yeah, and then yeah, so if I just put on like the middle stripes, whatever they're called, along here, this is just for demonstration purposes. So something like this, and then you can have sidewalks plying on the sides as well, and maybe even other markings. Like for example, if you want to impact parking in some way, you can have a solid yellow line, for example, that's kind of, how far would it be? It would kind of be maybe touching like that. I don't know. So maybe that's a bit too wide. I don't know. Anyway, so kind of like this. Or maybe that's not too wide. I guess that would, maybe it is too wide. I don't know. We'll see. So this is of course just a very crude test of this, just for demonstration purposes only. Ignore this last bit, that's of course not got the right proportions. But over here, you can see sort of like that, yeah? And then, of course, with the sidewalk, these are the Yarnish ones. I'm not sure if we'd go with these ones actually. Maybe some other ones. Maybe these ones. Maybe I should search. Maybe these ones, yeah. Sure, let's try these ones. So then placing down the sidewalk / pavement. Over like that. And then you can also do, I think there are asphalt splines as well, where you can do little repair stripes. I'm not sure what those are called. I think I've got them installed. Yes, I do. I know I've got them installed. Asphalt. Oh, there's a lot of stuff like that. No. Oh, I'm not sure if I should search for it now, because that might take too long. It might not even be called asphalt. Ah no, here we go. This is what I meant. So you could even put little repaired parts in. So like that, and then move this down, of course, so that it's just not clipping through. And that can make it feel a lot more realistic. It's even got the markings on top of it. So just something sort of like that. And you can see that if just this little bit of road here, and this isn't the best texture for it. The texture is too smooth. Hold on. Yeah, this is a better texture for it. So just having it like that, and then a few other bits of texture mixed in with it. And maybe this as well, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. You can see that this, the sidewalk looks too clean, of course. But this little bit of road here already looks much nicer, much more realistic, much nicer than for example, this bit of road, I think. Well, this one looks good as well, but you can tell that it's a spline. Over here it's okay, because over here it's the country roads coming in, and you're not really that up close to it. Although no, I like it. I like it. It's okay. But I think that for a rundown sort of area that's not meant to be that well maintained, looking at the well-maintained bit of it. I think this is much nicer. So I think that's what I am going to do. And actually that might not be a bad curve for it. Of course, this little bit, I'll need to fix it a little bit. But I think that this actually, that's what I'm going to do. Actually, tell you what, I might as well show you. I have used this technique, I think once or twice before. The main application is in my super top secret interurban route, which I have started. I might as well show it. I am not developing it at the moment, but I'm intending on developing it, completing it further, development on it. Completing it further, yes. Further in the future, I meant. And, I mean, this is pretty much all I've got so far. It's actually more than it looks like. So, actually, it looks better in a different time of day. Environment. Oh, yes, of course, it's down there. Maybe sort of more like that. Yes, that's better. So, yeah, I don't have any proper rail, like trolleys for that, because these ones have the orange, the white lights, and they're not really meant for cab mode. But anyway, so you can see if you look at the roads here, what this looks like. I've got the sidewalk here, and I've got all the different road marking splines here with the arrows as well, and the AI driving on the invisible roads. It's quite a lot of AI here at the moment, surprisingly. Right, and then you can see things like where it just goes in like that to the little parking space. And then, of course, continues along here. And just being able to control where the markings go is just adds so many more possibilities to what you can achieve. Like, for example, this intersection. You can see that we've got the area of the tracks going over, and then we've got just the sheer scale of it and all the different parts. You couldn't get that with just completed splines. And here I've even got some of these repaired sections on an incline, as you can see, on a grade. And I really like the look of that. Yes, and then you can see I've got a little yard over here. I really do also like these tracks. Anyway, got this little yard over here, locomotive repair thing. And this goes over here, and you can see having a 3-lane with the tracks going down through the middle, and then having this going over into a little unloading warehouse thing. Or just like a little parking area built into the road there. That, yeah, that's just this sort of thing. You can't do that with other means. Yeah, and then I kind of got into here where it goes a little bit more to the outskirts of the city, and then I kind of stopped working on it for a couple of reasons. But I do fully intend to continue it. Also, steeple cabs are nice. Right. Good call. Yes. Agreed. Agar-reed plant. Oh, I see. Agar-reed. Not to be confused with anger-reed. Metal band. See, agar-reed. Disambiguation. Yeah. Did you take a look at any of these videos? That would be something cool to build to run TS19 or TS. To build to run. Did you look at any of those videos? Those videos be something cool. Oh, you mean the ones with the model? No, not yet. I've not had the time. Today, spent pretty much the entire day with a table roleplay session, GMing it. Yesterday, I spent the day getting my Coleman Mountains Red Road more ready for release. I actually already created the package, but I realized I need to redo all of the thumbnails, screenshots for it, because they were before I had updated it to SpeedTree, so I need to do all of that, and then when I've done that, I mean, I'll watch it in between that. It's just I haven't had the time yet. I also don't know how long it is. Nice. Which one's the F unit cap? Right, nice test. Oh, that's good. Maybe if you didn't make the pieces of the tarmac L connected? Sometimes it is like that with pipes going to buildings and stuff. Oh! Wexford and Durban. Oh, that truck just barely missed that bus that turned right. Close one. Oh, love the intersections. A lot of roads like that didn't have sidewalks or only on one side. True. That is true. But this is in the city. Reminds me of the San Francisco cable car tracks. True. Roads. Looks really good, Shreddies. Thank you. It also looks good at night because most of these buildings do light up at night. Also looks like San Francisco and Urban Sacramento Northern TS route. It does a bit, and yes, I was a bit inspired by that. Loving this route a lot. Ah, that's what you said about the Pittsburgh barn. Yeah, so I think that style is definitely one that I would like to go for in this area. I think this bit is fine. I will need to redo this bit, however. Or at least change it about a bit. To have a bit of better angle. Is that better? Is that too wide? I think that's too wide. I think these points should really be touching. This, I'm already putting quite a bit of effort into making this look a bit nicer, even though I'm still not completely sure that I want the road here. Yes. I just want it to look nice. That's all I want. Is that too much to ask for? I hope it isn't. Also, we're editing the wrong layer. I'm editing the wrong layer. There we go. That's a bit of a better statement. I think this should be straightened. And so it was straightened. Or something like that. How does that look? That is surprisingly unsymmetrical. What's going on here? Oh, that one was straightened. Oh, I see. Okay, so just something sort of like this. I'll paint over the tarmac again. I'll redo it quickly. Well, maybe not that area. I think I might leave that for now. Oh, we're already coming up on the end of the stream. I see how it is. Although, to be fair, I am a bit tired at the moment, so that is actually okay. That's a bit too far away. It does, making roads like this does, of course, mean quite a bit of fiddle work. But then again, making any Trainz route that looks decent requires a bit of fiddle work. Also, I realized this is the wrong way around. Also, I'm not sure that I will use this sidewalk in the final version of this. But just for now, just for demonstration purposes, let's do it. Let's do it tonight. Like the show from BBC. Well, even more can. We'll get it. Let's do it tonight. I can't do it. The Doctor Who. It's the Doctor Who song. one of the ones that was, it was one made with David Tennant and Catherine Tate to celebrate the revival of Doctor Who in 2005. Well, it wasn't made in 2005, but to celebrate that. Yeah, see, like that. Of course I prefer a sideboard that's slightly less clean, but I think that looks good. This sort of thing. Then imagine that going off here and having like little breaks in the lines. So if there was like a little turnout? No, not turnout. Turnout is the points. I meant something like a bit more like that, maybe. No, I want a different. Where's the other texture I wanted? Was it this one? I think it might have been this one. Maybe not though. What if it wasn't? Oh no! No, I think it was that one. Phew. Yeah, so like that. And then we can have... Again, I'm not sure if these are the correct road markings. I'd have to look it up or something. We could have it like that. And then have the sidewalk come up just sort of like this. And probably straighten this bit. So like that, and then either just have it end like that, or you could have the sidewalk then, depending on what of road this is, maybe go around the corner just a tiny bit. That's wrong. So something according to this, well, akin to this, not according to this, akin to this. We could even make it a bit smaller if we want, narrower if we wanted to. And then we could also put some like dirt texture over this bit, because maybe this has, maybe this hasn't been driven over for quite a while. Well, probably something like that, like gravelly. Not that much, probably a little bit more like this maybe. Yeah, and then I mean that is, yeah, that's a 90-degree angle, and you could do 90-degree angles with the other things as well, but you could have that coming out off at a different angle as well. And here you can change the width that you want it to have as well. And of course covering this with splines at the edge of it, so it looks a bit nicer than this, is also something that you can totally do. Even just bringing the asphalt in a little bit, just sort of like that-ish. It can get a bit tricky when it's out in the open. But of course having the sidewalk on here does definitely help. And then having buildings in the corners also helps. But yeah, something like that. Let's just connect this for the sake of everybody involved. I don't know why sake, but just for the sake. Sake? Yeah. Probably. I don't know. Okay, so like this. There, that looks much nicer. A little bit of too much green there on the edge. No, it wasn't a political comment. It was I meant the grass. Get it? A little bit too much green on the edge. Do you get? Yeah. There we go. And this It's just with the assets that I just found. The sidewalk might be better replaced with something else. And then imagine having those JR, what were they? The industrial JR buildings. JR downtown building, nope. Industrial building. Yes. Something, well, that's a bit too big. Something a bit smaller. That's even bigger. Can you hear that? Hold on. Can I let you? I don't think I can. That's wired in back there. That wouldn't work. Yeah, I don't think I can let you hear that, unfortunately, if you can't hear it already. Shame, because it's nice. The sound is so nice. Yeah, and then let's see. That's a bit too dilapidated. That's another rarely used word, isn't it? Dilapidated. Yeah, and then having buildings like this, kind of in here like that. Of course, with a bit of a dirtier sidewalk, as it would look better. But just like that, sort of. Then when you're here shunting the coach yard, you can see with invisible roads, you can still see the AI traffic going over and stuff. Maybe this one would be a bit better. I think that one might actually be, well, maybe not. I'm already starting to decorate this. There's not really, it's because I'm tired. I just want to do the thing that I basically want to do at that specific point in time. Yeah, I'm not sure about this building here. I kind of like the idea a bit better of having this specific section open a little bit more. Yeah, and then you could have the road. You could have the road with the dirt texture. Oh, come on. There we go. With the gravel dirt texture, you just have it kind of snake around here a little bit like that, and then come over to this place where these buildings are, just sort of like this, and you can have a little area here. And you can even mix up the dirt texture if you really wanted to, like maybe with some of the city dirt textures. Well, maybe not this one. Maybe a little bit of one of the smaller ones. Yeah, so like that, you can see. Maybe mix in some warmer tones to fit with the rest of the map as well. But just roughly like this. I say roughly as I'm continuously refining it. As I'm saying that, of course. And you can mix in some of these other textures as well on the side a little bit. These kind of warmer grass textures are just along there a bit. Yeah, just sort of like that. That's nice, I think. Yeah, and then of course imagine having grass pline on here as well between these two. And you can see that that's already starting to come together a bit. That patch, I like that as well. That's one of the big reasons why I want to use this type of road for the city, for most of the city anyway. Great work on it. And industrial rundown areas call for derelict barrels. Yes, they do, definitely. Yay! Ha! Fiddle work? Well, at least you'll have a nice musical accompaniment to relax to while doing it. True. Trainz, I know that one. I can't do it. I can't do it. I really think that I can't cope. Yes. Intersection? Lovely rain where I am too. The rip to rip. Not to be confused with the game made by Torque. Nice. Trainz, maybe try placing the tow truck now. Maybe. What is it called? Do you remember? Or Jeep? Oh, yeah. It is coming along nicely, yes. Agreed. Shadows maybe also put puddles down. I don't know. If there are some. Dilapidated, yeah. It's lovely. Very fitting buildings. Yeah, have it open. I thought so too. Maybe a chain link fence instead? Yeah, a chain link fence would definitely fit better here, considering it's the rail yard there. And a gate where the road leads into the area. Looks good. I like that patch in the road. Yes, I like it too. Agreed. Yeah, it's starting to shape up nicely. In torque, not by. But yeah. Should I search for tow or jeep? I don't want any feet though. That's the issue. And tow is the tower as well. This one, is that the one you meant? This one? That one might work. Actually, I kind of like it just placed just across the road like that. I guess it would make more sense to be turned this way. I like that. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it, UK. Maybe move it down a bit so the artificial shadow doesn't get in the way. Like that. USA town truck, white, green, 60. 60s. There we go. Feet, eh? Because of toe. I mean the other one, but yeah, looks good. I don't know which other one you mean. I don't know which other one you mean. Yeah, we've got all the towers in here as well, and town stuff. Radio tower. Anyway, I'll search for Jeep. But quite a few of the Jeep assets are actually, even though they're not marked as payware, I think some of them are payware. Look at this one here. No, I think this fits. Oh, thumbnail. Well, luckily I built a little bit of a thing here for thumbnail to maybe utilize in some way, perhaps. Now that looks too barren. Maybe something like that might look good. It still looks quite barren, but I think there's more action this way. Action this way. Maybe that, although it looks very empty still. Maybe from above would be better. Haha. Maybe something like this, perhaps? Or maybe something as simple as this. I don't know. I think one of those should probably work. Right, so did I save? I can't remember if I saved or not. That's annoying. Tell you what, I'll just put a little bit of this texture down here as well, just so that I've made a change, so it hopefully won't crash when I save again. No, I'll keep the time of day as is. Oh, toe! The shorter one. Oh, the shorter one. Maybe search for a rover or jeep. I don't know. No, that looks too barren. XD. Action this way. Text-based reenactment. Shall I change time of day? No, I'm gonna leave it. Leave it, UK. Right, so now thank you all very much for watching. Shoutouts Yes, Kangafango streams Sundays. Also, if you play Trainz, have a look on the download station for Central Europe, as well as Cornish Railways. Both great maps. And that's pretty much it. This stream will be archived, and bye everybody. Leave it UK. Yes. Bye everybody. It is just raining out there. Like, actually raining. Tomorrow's gonna be raining a bit as well. Then a bit cloudy. Then pretty much on Monday all rain. Tuesday well, quite a bit of rain. Wednesday we've got mostly clouds. Then we've got rain, a bit of clouds. Then we've got mostly rain again. All of that can change. According to the forecast, right now it is not raining, even though it is raining. Anyway, right, so Shadows, thank you for the stream. Well, thank you for watching. Shadows, you'll be able to find it if you look on CMR Magpie. I know, I will have a look, probably. Bye, cheers for the stream and shout out. Yes, that's it. Bye everybody, bye, yes. Good night. What are your sources on the weather? Sources? I look out the window. Anyway. Yes. Okay. I know you probably meant the application. It's the... Yes. Bye.